right, hockey fans, welcome back to 3HL Live. Pat Gregor here with Justin Fox, CEO and founder of the 3HL. We're broadcasting live on Facebook here from the Mobility Shop, one of the great sponsors of the 3HL Tour. Now, Justin, last week talked a little bit about some upcoming dates, some expansion news. Well, this week we're going to take it back to the inception of the league, the three pillars that this league was built upon: excitement, opportunity, and community. So we're going to break it down one by one, starting off with something that can't be argued. We're a year into this thing, one season under our belts, and you can't argue the 3-on-3 pro hockey. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. You know, obviously it creates a lot of excitement for the fans' perspective as well. I'm sure the players, you know, if you ask them, they'll say they really enjoy the openness, sort of the creativity that allows them on the ice. So it creates more opportunities, more chances, so obviously more scoring. One thing that we were surprised to see, and a lot of people were surprised to see, is the goaltending as well. The way, you know, I argue that, you know, they get a little more time because there's few less players on the ice. You know, they can read the play a little better, so it also allows them to be in maybe a little better position than you might think with the cross ice passes.
They can see better as well. There's not traffic in front of the net, not a big huge defenseman moving a forward in front. So the goalies have more time as well. But with that being said, there's also more opportunity for them to, you know, make those crease dives because it's back and forth. And another exciting component is the actual event itself with the single elimination bracket style tournaments.
Yeah, so I mean, not only did we take the 3-on-3 aspect of hockey and put that into a full game format, we've then put those full games, shortened them, so the games are 14 minutes long, 2 7-minute halves, so there's not a lot of time for teams to sort of sit back and adjust or try to figure the other team out. They've got to get out there and, you know, hit them hard right out of the gate, and then if you lose, you're done. Your day's done. So you could be there for 14 minutes and you could be done for the day. But if you win, obviously you move on, and there's that single elimination bracket. There's a bit of a cash purse, so each round win earns that team a portion of that cash purse. So there's money on the line. The players are hungry to get out there and earn some of that money, and then continue on in the tournament. So the tournament format itself breeds excitement as well. So it's pretty cool as a fan. You get to come out, you know, about a 3-hour event, and you watch, you know, amazing end-to-end 3-on-3 hockey with some amazing players competing for cash, and you see the entire event in about a 3-hour time frame. So
absolutely, no doubt, it's exciting. You talk about those amazing players, and that goes to our next point: opportunity, the second pillar of the 3HL, and that's probably one of the bigger ones. All three are very important, but this one, I mean, you saw something that wasn't really there for players here in Canada. They had to go somewhere else. Well, now there's an opportunity for these players to play close to home while playing pro hockey.
Well, I mean, I won't lie. Obviously, when I started the 3HL, you know, we looked at the excitement of the 3-on-3 hockey was the main driving force. But as I got into it and started to, you know, look into sort of the business model and the business aspect of it, started to realize that, you know, there weren't a lot of opportunities. Had some conversations with a lot of different people. There were some people out there that were looking at, you know, why does Canada not have a pro hockey league? You know, they wanted to start various, you know, pro hockey leagues in Canada. You know, some of the stats, you know, obviously in Hockey Canada, there's roughly 570,000 people registered within Hockey Canada. You know, Canada is one, I think it's 24 IIHF championships, 9 women's IIHF championships, and 13 World Juniors. So we're a dominant force in the world, you know, hockey world, yet we don't have our own pro hockey league. You know, we basically take all of our players that are currently registered, and if they want to advance to that next step beyond amateur, beyond minor, beyond junior, they need to play elsewhere. They have to. They're forced, literally forced, to go elsewhere. So with the 3HL, what we're looking at doing is we're providing an opportunity for professional hockey, for hockey players to play professional hockey close to home here in Canada. And I mean, we'll get into some other stats and stuff, but you know, one of the things that I think is pretty cool in year 2, you look at a per per game day sort of salary. Other pro hockey leagues, you're looking at the ECHL, they maybe make anywhere between $200 and $300 per game. Now, obviously, it's stretched out over a longer season, but there's a lot of wear and tear and grind that goes into that. In the 3HL, you have a chance to win anywhere between, if you win one game in a tournament, you're going to win $200 potentially up to $700 per player. So for a day, you can earn $700 for a 3-hour event if you're on the winning team that day. So it's a great opportunity from a player's perspective. Earn some money, stay close to home, and play in front of the fans that you know and love.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about opportunity, no doubt there's opportunity on the ice, but with the format of the 3HL, with all the tournaments being on the weekend, there's also now an opportunity for these players to get a head start away from the ice while still staying on the ice.
Exactly. So I mean, the opportunity is there. Where, I mean, other pro leagues like the NLL, I mean, we're both lacrosse guys. The NLL, those players, a lot of them, they're teachers, lawyers, doctors, plumbers, tradespeople during the day, Monday to Friday, and they come out and they play on the weekends. The 3HL offers that opportunity where you can continue to live the dream, playing professional hockey, and continue to excite the fans, but also and making money and earning some money, right? I mean, we're not talking about pennies here. There is an opportunity for guys to earn cold hard cash in the 3HL, as well as go out and pursue the rest of their life, whether that is a career or other aspects, maybe schooling, as well as other things related to family and friends. I mean, you're not giving that up as well. So it's one of the aspects I think we've talked about. You've mentioned as well, Pat. Going overseas, it can be lonely, and there's sort of a grind, maybe a mental grind in that as well. So the 3HL alleviates a bit of that as well.
Justin, you mentioned that mental grind. There's obviously a physical grind to professional hockey as well. Anywhere between 70 to 80 games. It's 5-on-5, a lot of rough play in the corners, and that's another thing about the 3HL. It's no pain, all gain.
Yeah, we've used that sort of joked around with that phrase a little bit. Yeah, I mean it's definitely. I mean, I won't say no pain, but I mean the fact that there are 3 players on the ice, the fact that it is a little more open, while there is full contact, and we discourage fighting, but you don't see a lot of that sort of in the corner, as you said, grinding it out in the corners. There's not the wear and tear of a 70-80 game season. So guys, we've joked about Jágr and potentially other players, but guys could potentially play into their 40s and 50s. Yeah. We're not just talking guys like Jágr. We're talking, some of the smaller guys, some of the more crafty, nifty players that maybe can't hang in some of the other leagues, but are amazing, skilled players. This is an opportunity for them to come out and shine, and an opportunity for that player who's maybe nearing the end of that pro career, has made millions and is looking to continue their career, and in front of thousands of fans on a weekly basis. The 3HL is that opportunity, as well. It's the opportunity for the players now coming up through the system to not have to be forced to go play elsewhere, as we've already mentioned, and to pursue their career, and also not have to worry about their bodies wearing down, and mentally and physically as well, wearing down over the course of a 10-year pro career. So that's, I mean, the 3HL is that as you said, no pain, all gain, right?
And I mean, even if there is a couple of bumps and bruises here and there, the way that the schedule works out, you have your one game on the weekend, and then you have maybe a week or two to rest up anyway. So these guys that are a little bit older, it's way easier on their body. And like you said, there's guys that could, instead of, wrapping up their career with 1 or 2 seasons playing elsewhere, they can play for another 5-6 years, and be able to maintain a healthy lifestyle as well. So last but certainly not least, it's one of my favorite pillars of the 3HL. Sure, everyone loves the exciting play on the ice. The players are out there giving it their all, but it's another aspect. The community aspect is great.
Yeah.
It's more than just a game. It's an event, and the community, every time that we've been out there, and there's going to be more events, it's an opportunity for them to grow and benefit from the 3HL coming to town.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the aspects of the 3HL, I mean, we've kind of incorporated a number of ideas from other sporting pro sports leagues, tours. One of them is obviously the PGA Tour, hence the 3HL Tour. And so one of the things that we've seen and you know tried to emulate with the PGA Tour is the ability for them to come into a locale or a venue and essentially create that sort of event, you know, festival style atmosphere. You know, dare I say, you know, the Masters is, you know, it's an annual event down in Augusta. I mean, it's a spectacle right in and of itself. So we want to try to build our 3HL Tour events to something like that. I mean, I'm not saying that we're the Masters by any stretch, but you know, if you look at some of the PGA Tour events, you know, wherever they stop, you know, it becomes that 3-4 day event. You know, everyone from that community comes in, they bring in volunteers, they bring in the local businesses, they bring in the local charities, and they really give back and create that entertainment opportunity for the local community. They create that business opportunity for that, you know, for the local businesses to really, you know, showcase their products, their businesses to both the fans that are there as well as those watching at home across, in this instance, you know, across Canada, or in their PGA Tour instance across the US. I mean, sport tourism, it's important. Like it's a great way for these local venues to get a bit of a spotlight on them, for us to showcase some of the local businesses as well as some of our larger, more regional business partners coming into those communities, and creating that festival atmosphere, right? Well, you know, we're looking at things like food trucks and you know, we'll obviously be bringing in different vendors and different things to entertain the crowd. So not only is the on ice product exciting, you know, not only is it a great opportunity for the players, you know, and for the fans to see those players, it's also a great opportunity to just kind of build around the community, right, and become this annual event, right? So this year we're going to be going to 18 different venues. You know, majority of them will all be one-time only venues, you know, and we'll go into those communities and we'll really create an impact, right? Potentially a lasting impact that will happen annually, right? And we'll keep going back there, and it'll be something that people will look forward to doing. The 3HL is coming to town, kind of like I remember as a kid, you know, the circus would come to town, right? And you'd go out and watch the circus. So that's kind of what we are. We're a bit of a traveling roadshow, traveling circus.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an opportunity for that community to show their sense of pride, and everyone wants to put on the best show, and I know that there are so many great hockey communities that we are going to, so you got to keep your eyes peeled as we will be announcing our schedule soon. But sticking in the community aspect, there's another subtopic off of the community aspect. It's charity, and that's one of the great things that the 3HL does. We do like to give back.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, I mean, sure, other pro sports, I'm sure they do give back. One of the things that we've, you know, sort of made clear from day one is that, you know, it's important for us to work within the community and to give back to the communities and to work with, you know, local and national charities or community type organizations to help raise funds and build awareness for their great causes. So I mean, last year we worked great with March of Dimes, Prostate Cancer Canada as well, one of the, you know, local charities, although I think you know, I've since been speaking with them, they are a lot more national than I had initially thought, but their opportunity, great organization, they're able to, you know, for example, for them, they look to fund youth to get into youth sports. So underprivileged youth, they find a way to fund them into youth sports. So great cause, great to partner with them, great to see some of the, I think one of the Oshawa events, a number of their, you know, people that they had helped throughout the year were able to, you know, come to our event, enjoy some hockey. I think they were making signs and doing different things prior to the event. So it was a great feeling to, you know, to be able to kind of help them out, have them be a part of the whole day, and then come out to our event. So I mean, each of our events will look to bring in those, you know, local partners to kind of, you know, we want to give back. I mean, everyone needs a helping hand at some point, right? So we love to be able to give back, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it certainly is. And if you know that the 3HL is coming to your town and you want us to help out one of your local charities, just reach out to us on social media and we will be sure to be in touch, no doubt. So that's another great episode of 3HL Live. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled. That schedule is coming oh so soon. We have a lot of dates booked in. We're just getting ready to release it August 3rd at Wags, we will be doing the 2017 3HL entry draft. So if you're a new fan of the Simcoe County Clippers, the Niagara team, any of those new 4 expansion teams, you're going to see who are the newest players of them. And if you're already an existing 3HL fans, those teams will also be drafting some new players as well. I'm looking forward to the draft. It should be a fun night.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. I think we mentioned before the format. It's going to be the first 3 rounds will be only the expansion teams. So give them a chance to sort of bolster their roster a little bit before everyone has at it. But and then we'll have a total 12-round draft. So the remaining 9 rounds will be the other all 12 teams at that point. So yeah, we've got a list, sort of a short list of the top 150 prospects for the 3HL, and it spans various types of players. But yeah, it'll be exciting to see who goes 1 overall and see who is drafted. And I mean, a lot of these players, you'd be surprised. I mean, right now, season 1 was in the books. We had some amazingly talented players out. Season 2, I think, will be even more surprising for a lot of you fans. I think now, with the sort of the notoriety of the league getting out there and the awareness building, you're going to start to see some household names playing in the 3HL, and you're going to start to see some star power coming out. So it'll be exciting from a fan's perspective to get out there and see the best of the best in pro hockey on the 3HL stage.
Absolutely. I cannot wait for
All-Star Draft Night.
I know. It all starts on August 3rd. And until then, we will see you next week. Pat Gregoire here with Justin Fox. For everyone here at the Mobility Shop and 3HL TV, thank you for tuning in.